Salut, eu sunt de Play și astăzi o să jucăm Red Dead Redemption. O să jucăm clasicul care se întâmplă de fapt după povestea din Red Dead Redemption 2. Era gândit Arthur Morgan când au făcut jocul ăsta. Acum i-au făcut un remaster ca să meargă pe Ultra cu toate calculatoarele noi. Ia să vedem. Nu am găsit nicio salvare, facem o salvare nouă. Ok, nu știu dacă am jucat primul joc. Red Redemption 2 l-am jucat foarte mult. Hai să vedem cum e și originalul. Ce tare ziceau că cu moto ce beneficii sănătății. Da, personajul principal e John Marston, așa-l chema. Mișto, mergem la Blackwater, pe unde plecaseră și în Red Dead Redemption 2. Cred că n-au prins copoi și îmi dau afară.
I'm grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Da, și era mereu ultra religios și nu credea un nimic. Ca și acum.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
însă banii pe cumpărat la flip. Nici asta nu s-a schimbat.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Super armadillo. Nu știu dacă era fiul John Marston, personajul principal sau era fiul lui John Marston, la mic era când tabără în Red Dead Redemption 2. Nu știu care era treaba. Ok, se mișcă bine. Am și un pistol, hai să nu scoatem totuși cum îl punem înapoi, sau îl pune singur. Nu la fel de tale ca doiul, asta e clar, pentru că e un engine foarte vechi. Dar măcar o să semene la grafică cel nou. Ok, Marston, da, m-am amintit bine.
Sometimes.
John Marston.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to gag you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Uite că joc voice actor. Super, super. Bine, jocul ăsta a apărut primul și probabil au revorsat același voice actor în 2. Ok, hai să mergem la cai, apoi am dat una lui ăsta.
All right, Mr. Marston, let's get.
Deci apăsăm E. Și mergem la cai.
Now we don't need to draw undue attention.
Come on.
Ok, dacă și la anul cum era și pe Red Dead Redemption 2.
So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk round those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as most read back to you. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Nu știu că mai să vedem puțin la calcul și ne vedem bine și în 2. Să ne întâmplă asta în după.
Gio, are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Steve Flanders. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hold up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all? Yeah, so it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. That's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me.
There's things you better off not knowing.
Mai ales tot ce s-a întâmplat. Îmi reținem și am de 4 și cum
I'll tell you,
aici.
Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Almost there, Mr. Marston, just over this hill.
Sunt niște coioți, poate ne întoarcem cu ei la un punct să-i terminăm. Și asta e foarte.
Listen, mister.
Cam nasul
This
foarte
here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Dacă atunci facem bang, 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 bang pe toți. Nu, ce am bătrânit John.
Let's go.
Nu, unde viteză? Unde e a doua? Mereu de pe calme, mereu de pe calme. Prea liniște.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you!
Nu uitați să ne
Bill
răbdăm.
Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think
Nu,
about
mi-am
this.
înțeles bine, da, da.
You implore me? You implore me? You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge!
Da, numai Vanderlin.
No more Dutch!
Deci.
And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
And then I start shooting.
Oh,
Apărăm.
poor John.
Deja am murit. Am pus puțin cam lent, dar cred că se poate mai bine. Ăsta mă ajută să mă jucrez. Mă ajută. Nu lăsați-l puștea pe jos. Așa, bravo. Și hop, în căruță. În ceruțele. Nu se mai întâmplă în căruțele de 14.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
Am
Cost
îndrumit
us
câteva zile.
$15.
I'm sorry, madam.
Am $15
She left
pe
me
vremea
there to
aia.
die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Just trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have.
Așa, de părerea de la Raiders.
And,
Ca să fie
what
rapor
will you do
adevărat.
now?
Raporul nu se poate.
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in
Oh,
those
no.
penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
Da, efectiv am
Bear that in mind.
foarte rapid, fără să facem nimic. Hai să vedem. O să am grijă de fermă, cum e. Hai să vedem. Avem iar camp. O să intrăm înăuntru. Nu e la fel. Sau ce puțin lung. Arată foarte bine. L-am remasterizat foarte bine, foarte frumos. Jucăm acum pe Ultra. 144 Hz, perfect.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
Mai Bonnie. Bonnie and Clyde. Ok, dacă ne-am pus acolo,
There's the
așa.
foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
I picked out a fine horse for you.
Nu, doamne,
How do you do,
sunt
sir?
foarte
Let's
bun.
make a tour of the ranch so you can get your bearings.
Asta sunt turul. Chiar da și viteză. Pentru viteză. Trebuie să mergem la galup.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
Altitudini. Avem harbor pe aventura lung și alte
And here's the corral. This one's for the
Yeah,
horses.
yeah.
What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. Come on, boys.
face voz de caia, aia e. Are puțin
That's the
repetă.
train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished. Bringing in
Ok,
all
avem
sorts
tren.
of folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
Exact, schimbările bune odată și cum se fac mai bine. Schimbările bune odată cum se fac mai spre bine, corect. Trebuie să mergem pe șina de tren. Cred că avem caz de la Bendrige, mergem pe șina de tren.
That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl.
Ok, deci mai se distrează ea.
Try to keep up, will you?
Dacă ne visăm și noi mai târziu acolo.
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Facem parcă, nu? Da.
What are you waiting for? Come on, I don't fight.
Eu nu știu.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am.
Hai să bem ceva
Getting
rece.
shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Ok, ne face turul casei.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
Oh,
remember me
bunch of-
telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do?
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time.
Cred că sunt tutorialul de cum tragem cu arma.
Ready,
Am
Mr.
avut un tutorial
Marston?
până acum.
Let's mount up and patrol the ranch.
Când am viteza alt, ce detalii. Când ai viteza prea mare, se ține de rană.
Whoa there! Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again.
Acum nu am știut. 7,65 7,61.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier
Doesn't belong
someone's
to me.
along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Aici se pare. Am o hartă? Da, avem hartă. Ia să ne ținem ceva armadillo. Știu că am fost în armadillo în ultimul joc. Sau doar am auzit povești despre armadillo în joc. Cred că trebuie să
Look,
jucăm
those
și
damn
jocul.
rabbits are at the crops again. Get down and give me a hand, will you? Whoa! Come on then. Time to put that bloodlust of yours to good use.
Ok, mulțumim.
You're better at shooting rabbits than outlaws, I see. Good shot. Nice shooting. You got one. Thank you, Mr. Marston. Looks like we'll be having rabbit stew tomorrow. Let's get back on the horses and see what else is going on.
Ok, triggerul este de ușor, nu se trage greu. Am complicat, am speriat că ai pușcăturile, se mai întâmplă, dar măcar
Let's get
bănuiecul.
going. We've still got plenty of ground to cover.
Come on.
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure. Yeah!
Damn coyotes are back! We can't afford to lose any more livestock. Kill them, Mr. Marston! They're headed for the chicken coop.
Come! Go!
Iată, am făcut tot.
Looks like that was the last of the coyotes. Just a shame we had to lose any of the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room.
Cred că ăsta a fost tutorialul când am pușcat.
You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
Here we are.
Ok, trece casa noastră. Prindem calul aici.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarlane.
Perfect, și când dorim să salvează jocul. Când dormim, trec 6 ore, are sens, nu doar 6 ore dormim. Extra ammo, ok, deci găsim și muniție aici. Ne-a crescut și faima. Salvăm jocul aici. Ok, cred că o să închei episodul aici. O să începem să facem alte misiuni dacă v-a plăcut și dacă vreți mai mult. O să mai filmez, facem misiunile din Red Dead Redemption. Și aveți grijă, nu muriți, ne vedem data viitoare. Pa, pa!